Alright, morning guys. What are we seeing today? Uh, we are seeing, we got our dollar move up and our Aussie move up and our dollar move down. Pound was also strong. We're seeing some Swiss strength coming in here today on a local level, which does get in line with that higher time frame idea that we were discussing, where Swiss is a little above the middle. Um, there's going to be, let's go through this first. We believe we're going to see a higher time frame dollar pullback here. This Swiss will help that. What else is there happening here? Okay. In terms of today, Swiss is low. There's a lot of room for this to come back for today. I don't know if we're going to trade on Friday though today. I like doing it on Friday, but I want to go out soon, so I don't know if I'm going to bother. But we're going to keep this Swiss in mind for next week. Okay, we got the Aussie move up, but now it's dropping off. There's the strongest. The dollar looks the weakest. But now we're seeing a difference here in New Zealand, which is interesting. And Aussie was only able to go up 4 against the pound. This is coming back. So this is showing us that this Aussie move is dying. It was just a local temporary pullback, like I said. What does that look like on the chart? Let's take a look at that. It went up like that against the yen. Went up like that against the indexes. Now, though, what we're seeing is a strong pound. Swiss is increasing. Now, we can't forget this Swiss, okay, because, excuse me, hang on. We got 4 hour perspective, Aussie not moving down. And Swiss was. So we know this is in line with the higher time frame on the monthly perspective. So an Aussie Swiss short should be good. But we'd like to see the Aussies locally show us weakness. That's how I'd rather enter this. And it's Friday and all that stuff, I don't think I'm going to bother. But maybe we will later. I don't know. But anyway, we've closed now the proportion of the trades, and we'll go for the week, and we will go through the statement of that, and then we'll try to come up with another idea, which I have one for next week. Let me get this. Why isn't this fixing itself here? Ah, here we go. Right. So we started with the weekend with our crypto trades. You guys can remember those. Go back to the video on Saturday about that. We got a profit overall. Then the rest of them here. I mentioned I was messing around here with a few of them for testing this out. So whatever, those are in there, so you can add on a few losses there. It was some garbage in the middle I was doing here. There somewhere, these ones. But apart from that, everything else was legit and on the videos. Okay, the 25s, basically, if we took $1 on all of them, apart from a couple, I did 2 towards the end, and then we take off 75 cents when we feel like it, because we've got to be dynamic. We're not going to stick to a fixed structure. The sky is dynamic. The clock is fixed, but the market is not fixed. The clock is a fallacy. We'll do a video on dynamic time at some stage. It's something I've been wanting to do a while. But think about this. If you ever wonder to yourself why you look at the clock at 12 and you're like, holy shit, the morning went so fast, and then the next day you look at the clock and it's 11, and you're like, oh my god, it's like only 11, feels like it should be 12, and then the afternoon will be the same thing. One day it will already be 5 o'clock and you can go home, and the next day it still is like only 2:45 or something. There's a reason for all of this. It's the dynamic sky. We'll demonstrate it one day in a video how it all works, but we have to be dynamic at the same time as the market, because that's what it is. Okay, so our profits, we'll go through those quickly. You can't see the bottom here, but it says consecutive wins 4, consecutive losses 2. Total trades 86. Total net profit 17,455. Short positions won 74%. Long positions won 25%. Maximum drawdown 3,000. So we needed $3,000 to maintain our positions at the worst possible time, which means we can do better on our entries. We should be able to do better on our entries. That's too much drawdown. The middle, we didn't, at the beginning with the crypto Monday, we didn't really make a profit, and then once we decided to get in with the monthly move, we found our trade, and that was the trade for the week, basically. We managed to get that because these guys are operating on a monthly, the highest possible time frame, and that's what pays the most. Okay, so that's that. We will increase next week to $1.50 a point. We've closed most of our trades. Oh, sorry, the open floating positions were 1,400. And those are just some CAD ones left over, I think. And a couple of cryptos. We'll do a crypto video on the weekend. Now, this Swiss we're interested in looking at now, and also the dollar again. Simply because if we come here, our friend over at Daily FX is building a positive theme for the dollar. He is not recognizing the fact that he got the entire market on the wrong side of dollar yen the other day. He's not acknowledging that during this video, but he is building a positive sentiment for dollar. He's also building a negative sentiment for stocks. We already know that stocks are going to go up ones that will probably fall soon in a staged collapse are the pharmaceutical stocks. This is due to a loss of confidence in the vaccine, which has been staged, all by design, all on TV. None of it's real. This will justify them modernizing the vaccines and turning them into a new technology version, most likely the dot tattoo. So the medical stocks are going to crash, the pharma ones, but the regular stocks are going to continue, particularly the tech stocks. The tech stocks are going to just go up forever. So he's building a sentiment for this to fall apart, which can help our dollar pullback trade. We want to take a monthly dollar pullback trade because it needs to come back and validate its level. It just can't go up forever. We recognize that the market just can't go up forever. So this would be the worst time to buy dollar because he is giving it positive words, opinions, building a positive sentiment. So we do the opposite, obviously. He has all the right words. Very good. Listen to the video yourself, and you can hear it's all perfectly scripted. What's this here? Right, safe haven and all this shit. So he, excuse me. So he's speaking positive stuff about this. Okay, why are we speaking of the dollar? Let's find out. Well, the dollar has FOMC, this nonsense on Wednesday. Okay, New Zealand Tuesday, and a little dollar on Monday. Well, that's interesting. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because if we were just looking at the astrology, we'll see that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are the busiest days. We allow an extra day for sidereal astrology to catch up. Okay, so these are the busiest days of the week. There will be moves. Mars into Aries will give some power. Venus into Aries will give a little love to the markets. So, yeah, positive markets. So down for the dollar, just based on that perspective. That will mean that we can have greens, reds, greens, reds, greens. So we want to see a New Zealand green soon. Here, we're looking for that, and then we'll get our dollar pullback that we're looking for. I think that's it, really. I think that's everything I wanted to go through. Yeah, pretty much. We'll take a quick look at the Swiss index and just see what it is doing. Here we go. The yens. We'll look at those quickly. So we'll get out of this then, because we established these down. Okay. Here's your move. Pound is the strongest. Swiss is weak. Aussie is strong. New Zealand is weak. Okay. So this was a false hope move, this New Zealand. It was not enough to, the Aussie up move is not enough to bring the New Zealand up and break the 4 hour or weekly higher time frame models. So this is all still just continuing with what we were doing, but the dollar is changing. Dollar is weak. So yeah, this is your gauge here, guys. So we should now imagine the yens we'll get to the zeros, and then we start going reds, and then we look at the numbers, right? And we'll see that dollar will be the weakest, and Aussie will be the strongest. We want to see these all red, big time red, like in the 50s on the pound, and then we know that they're committing to local sell yen pairs. Okay, local, which will help our dollar move, and then we'll see if we can buy it again another day, next month or whatever. Let's look at the Swiss real quick. See what this is all about. We know on a monthly perspective it's got some legs to the upside. Oh, hurry up. Should have done the Planet Watcher part during this upload. I think I'll start to do that next on the videos. I do apologize. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about with this guy. This is the sort of stuff he's doing, you know. He's showing this on a positive way. That's, you know, green, you know, this up move. He's not looking at it. He's always doing it like this, man. What's he telling you there on Euro Pound? You know, let's hear what he's saying. He's not giving it away. He's not giving it away. What he's thinking, right? But we are Swiss positive, right? That's what we believe. So Euro Swiss down would be okay, and we're Euro bears on a long-term perspective. So Euro Swiss, if he's trying to make that look like a breakout, I think he is, right? He's trying to make this look like a breakout and retest, and bang, I see what he's up to. Sneaky. So you got all these guys buying here, right? Thinking market's going up to here, but sorry guys, it's going to go and take all your money. All right. So this is now ready. All right. We're just looking at this on a local perspective, okay? Here, 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 here. Euro was first to go. Here. Aussie's getting there. You know, we could use this level here. Here and here. So if you sold it here, right? If you got in here, bought the Swiss, the question is, are you in at the high? Is all this going to break down, right? Because this is where the liquidity will be. Because they're all taking out this level right here. Look. So the question is this are you gonna buy the high and drop? Well, how you find out is you go ahead and you buy that high, okay? And if it pays you, then you know you've got it right. You've got the timing right. That's how I do it. Because if it's good, it's gonna pay you. So Euro Swiss, I don't really want to do it, you know, because I'm thinking here. I mean, Yeah, let's do it. Why not, guys? And we'll do what it said we're gonna do, right? 150. Oops. We don't want to do that. We're just gonna go ahead and sell at the absolute worst possible place, and we're recognizing this. Okay. We need to see USD dropping and agreeing with this. That is going to be extremely important. This has to go. And then we'll monitor it. But once we start seeing the numbers, if we start seeing the numbers come back, so like I showed you here with the Aussie, we were radically above in Aussie, but now this Aussie yen is hovering near the zeros, which is telling us that the money on a local perspective is gone from the Aussie. Okay, it's moved into possibly the Swiss. So we're looking for these Aussie numbers to decline, and the pound. Um, but on a local perspective, we know that's happened. So we're likely to get a local pullback. Um, so we're thinking like this is a 15-minute type of equivalent, um, and then maybe, but because it's in line with the monthly, we can give it a chance. That's why I'm doing it, right? And it's Friday. And John Kicklights is talking about a long Euro Swiss. Okay, yeah, I think that's enough reasons for me to enter. So yeah, that's my trade, guys. I want to just quickly, yeah, I mean this is good. That's your local perspective. We don't need to look at this on a higher perspective because we know what it is on the monthly, right? We looked at it. We know the numbers on the monthly. Um, on a Swiss perspective, it's strong. So we can do this, I think. Do we want to add to it and take the pound? Why not? I think it's a good idea, but pound was showing us some strength. Is that pound strength move fake? Let's find out. Pound is very strong against the dollar. Pound is very strong against New Zealand. New Zealand is dropping, so pound should be able to maintain that for a bit. And the euro, yeah, so the money's not involved in the pound here. You can see it. You can see what they're doing. I mean, it's not involved in shorting the pound, that's what I'm saying. So we don't want to do that. Not on a Friday. Maybe next week. All right. So yeah, we'll leave that, and I'll come back to you guys with a video on the weekend. I think on crypto. But yeah, peace. Thanks a lot.